Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you work, you just can't get ahead financially? Like doing everything right, working the job, paying the bills, staying out of trouble, and yet somehow you're still stuck in the same cycle month after month. What if I told you the problem might not be your income or your background or even the economy? What if the real issue is internal? You see, there's an ancient Greek philosophy that says, from within, so without. In other words, your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. And when it comes to money, that couldn't be truer. You see, building wealth, breaking generational cycles, or even just understanding basic financial literacy, this truth might just be the missing link. So in this video, I'm going to break down two forces responsible for shaping our financial reality. Let's jump right into it. Now you may be asked, what are these two forces? Well, they are simple. They are, number one, contributing forces or factors, and number two, determining factors. Now, contributing factors are mostly external, like where you were born, who raised you, the school you went to, whether your parents talked about money or not, the job market, the economy, or even inflation. These factors influence you, but they don't have the final say. So when people struggle financially, usually you find that the first instinct is to look outward, and you hear people say things like, the system is rigged. My job doesn't pay enough. No one ever taught me this growing up. I just can't seem to get ahead. Sound familiar? And listen, those are all valid contributing factors as well. Now, determining factors, on the other hand, are internal. They are your mindset about money, your beliefs around wealth, your willingness to learn what wasn't taught, your ability to take ownership instead of blame, your ability to unlearn bad habits and rebuild new ones, your decision to invest in knowledge instead of just entertainment. So let me ask you, are you letting contributing factors become determining factors in your life? Because here's a trap. When we let contributing factors become determining factors, we just hand over our financial future to things we cannot control. And the moment you do that, you've already lost the game. So what are you allowing to determine your financial future? Is it your past or your potential? You see, because financial literacy is not just a math problem, it's a mindset problem. For most of us, money wasn't discussed. And if it was tied to fear, scarcity, or shame. So what do we do as adults? We avoid it. We push it off. We work hard, but don't build wealth because we are still stuck in patterns formed by the past. What happens when a person spends their whole life reacting to bills instead of building a plan for freedom? How does that show up? Not just in their wallet, but in their stress, in their relationship, their future. It's not just that we don't know. It's that we've been conditioned to not to care until it's too late. Have you ever said, I'm just not good with numbers, or I'll figure that out later? If you have, then recognize that those are the revealing moments of this conditioning that I'm talking about. Those are internal scripts, the determining factors, formed by external contributing factors like the school systems that didn't teach you and I real world money skills, a culture that glorifies spending and instant gratification or generational silence around money trauma and lack. You see, every wealth building journey starts inside, not with money, but with meaning, not with income, but with identity. Because here's the truth: you and I will never out earn your identity. 3 John chapter 1 verse 2 reminds us of this. Beloved, I pray that you may prosper in all things and be in health, just as your soul prospers. So the prosperity in all things hinges on the prosperity of your soul. Now you may ask, what's your soul? It's the center of your mind, will, and emotions. You will never outsave your scarcity. You will never build wealth if deep down you believe it's not for you. From within, so without. So what needs to shift? If your finances aren't where you want them to be, the first step isn't just a new strategy. It's a new mindset. Here are 3 core mindset shifts that can move you from stuck to strategic, from reaction to wealth building. Number 1, from blame to ownership. That's the first mindset shift. This speaks to the heart of personal responsibility. It's easy to blame the government, the job, your parents, even your past mistakes. But here's the truth though. Blame feels good in the moment, but it never changes your situation. Ownership, on the other hand, is uncomfortable at first, but it's where your power lives. Example, you might say, nobody ever taught me how to budget or save. That's why I'm bad with money. Fair enough, but that's blame. Ownership, on the other hand, sounds like this. Nobody taught me, but now I am responsible for learning it. So here's an actionable step you can take. Write down one area where you've been blaming external forces. Then write down a new statement that puts the responsibility and the opportunity back in your hands. Do that. Mindset shift number 2, from avoidance to awareness. This shift is about facing what you have been ignoring. Avoidance looks like this: ignoring your bank account balance. You don't want to check it out. Avoiding credit card statements. Putting off investing because it feels overwhelming. And saying things like, I'll deal with that later, or I just don't want to think about it right now. But avoidance is expensive. It keeps you stuck. It keeps you broke, and it keeps you small. Awareness is not about guilt. It's about clarity. It's how you get back in the driver's seat. So here's an actionable step you can take. Pick one financial area you've been avoiding. Face it this week. Whether it's tracking your expenses, looking at your debt, or just asking for help. Because ignoring it won't make it go away. But awareness, that's where freedom begins. Remember this though. You cannot change what you will not confront. That brings me to mindset shift number 3, from reacting to planning. This is about shifting from survival mode to strategic mode now. When you're reactive, you're always behind. But when you're proactive, you're always building. You see, most people are financially reactive. A bill shows up, then they scramble. A job lays them off, then they panic. Something breaks, then they go deeper into debt. But wealthy people plan ahead. They don't just make money. They make a map for their money. Example, reacting may sound like this. I'll start saving once I make more. Oh, I didn't plan for that. Now I'm in trouble. But planning, on the other hand, would sound something like this. No matter how small, I'm putting something aside each month. Or let me prepare for the storm before it hits. So here's an actionable step you can take. Set a recurring time, could be every week, every month, to check in with your finances, even if it's just 30 minutes a day. Even if you feel unqualified or behind, start building the planning muscle because reacting creates chaos. Planning creates confidence and peace. What if the breakthrough you've been waiting for isn't in a raise or a lucky break, but in a mindset shift you haven't made yet? What if? Well, now that you understand the inner shifts, here's the good news. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need a six-figure salary to start. You don't even need to have all the answers today, but you do need to make a decision. Will you stay stuck in the same old patterns, or will you take the first step, even if it's small, towards building the future you say you want? These mindset shifts, from blame to ownership, from avoidance to awareness, from reacting to planning, are not just motivational ideas. They are the foundation of every wealth building habit you will ever create. So let me ask you again, if your finances reflected the state of your inner world, your beliefs, your mindsets, your habits, what would they be telling you? From within, so without. If you want to change the outer world of your finances, start with the inner world of your thinking. The economy may be out of your control. Your job might be out of your control. But you, your mindset, your choices, your habits, those are 100% within your control. And that's where your power is. If this spoke to you today, drop a note in the comments. Let me know which of these three mindset shifts hit home the most for you. And if you're ready to stop surviving and start building, follow me, because this is the kind of transformation I'm committed to helping you work out. Because from within, so without. You don't get rich because of luck. You get free because of alignment. And that alignment starts now. And lastly, always remember, with all of your getting, get understanding. Have a great day.